it's Aaron Benjamin here for another video, and today I have another live roll for you. This time I'm rolling with my friend Ryan, who's a purple belt. He's a good friend of mine. He's a bigger guy. He's got some weight on me, but he's such a good training partner, and he's so nice. Like, with me, we go hard, but he's a guy that I could trust rolling with literally anybody, and he's just a good guy. So it's a good roll to see how I change my style a little bit to deal with somebody who's got some size on me, because Ryan's really good at pressure passing. So a lot of what you're going to see is me avoiding him closing the distance. So it's just going to be a lot about distance management. So it's a shorter roll because we started filming, I think, mid-roll, and it was the last roll of the night. So we're both a little gassed, but let's get into it. So right away, we're at a disengagement. And the first thing that I do when we disengage is chase a grip, like right away. So we were in this like scramble position, and I kick my right foot out because I don't like him grabbing it, and then I just go right back for the collar. I had to let go of the collar to kick my right foot out, and then I go right for the collar. He does a good job hand fighting. He does a really good job hand fighting, but I'm able to get the collar. Okay, so right now I have my right leg extended because I'm kind of thinking about a butterfly sweep, but he's also doing a good job of hugging it. I'm keeping my left leg extremely tucked because it's allowing me not to fall to my back. If my left leg gets pulled out from underneath me, I'm going to be more on my back, and I'm going to be more vulnerable to better passes like the over-under pass or like the smash pass when they hold both your legs, so the body lock pass, things like that. So I'm trying to keep that tucked, and I'm also trying to control his right hand. So if you see my left hand's controlling his right hand, it's because if he gets a hold of my left leg, I have problems. So here I switch and try to go for an arm drag. So I'm just taking what I think I have. My right leg is in between both of Ryan's legs. I'm putting both my arms, so this is a 2-on-1. I have my left hand on his sleeve, my right hand behind his tricep, and I'm just attempting to drag him. I'm not even really attempting to take his back or anything. I'm just attempting to get that arm away from me so that I can recompose into a stronger guard position. So I'm able to get an opportunity at the back, and obviously if there's back exposure, you should always try to take it. So if we look at that arm drag sequence, full speed again. So we're here, trying to get a collar. He's doing a good job hand fighting. Just trying to get my left leg. If you could see, he's chasing my left leg, so I'm trying to control his arm. There he tries to get it, he tries to get it again. So watch that one more time, guys. I don't mean to be repetitive, but it's so important, especially for lower belts. Look at that reach extension for him to try to get my left leg, and look how I'm hiding it. Because of that, he's telegraphing a little bit what he wants, so watch how much my left hand monitors his right hand. My left hand does not let him get it, and then I focus all my attention on his right hand. So here we're hand fighting. I get the sleeve. Right away I get his arm. I drag. I'm trying to drag. I'm able to drag. This is what I call a slow drag. I haven't really showed it. It's when I keep the elbow tucked to my body, and it's less about dragging his arm because he's stronger, and it's more about moving my hip. But I'm able to get there, start to attack the back. I change up my grip a little bit, and I'm able to get the back. So right now he's doing a good job defending hooks. I'm able to get both hooks in. This is something that I preach all the time, especially with bigger guys. When I roll with anybody who's bigger, which is pretty much every single time I roll, I'm really not finesse, but I'm just trying to find the strongest position that I can when I slowly and methodically creep my way there. So I didn't feel like I had a strong back take. So I can feel he's about to escape, and rather than keep chasing the back where I would have to keep his shoulder off the mat and put him in a single hip position, I know that strength's at a disadvantage, so I rather just move myself out of the way. So if you look what I do, this is something I do all the time when I lose the back or even the mount. I just pummel off into knee on belly. Right there. He tries to catch my leg in half guard. He's a purple belt. He knows what he's doing. See? There's just a slight pummel. Tried to catch my leg. Boom. And I was able to avoid the half. Now I try to pummel over, and he does a good job of getting back into a guard position. He's got both my ankles, so I'm just trying to break one of the ankle grips because that's a huge problem. He's got single leg X, and I'm able to back step out. This is my favorite single leg X pass. It's been on my other live rolls, so all I'm doing is just controlling the top of his left foot, which is the foot on my hip, and then controlling the foot in between my legs, which is his right foot. And I'm just going to push down, and I'm just going to step my left leg back. And then I just got to keep that leg heavy. I'm able to step my left leg back. I switch into a knee on belly, and then I switch sides. I try to stay very mobile. I'm able to maintain and stabilize like a hybrid knee on belly. He goes for that like reverse underhook escape, and I try the arm lock, but I lost it. So we can see that sequence again. Because I've taught this before. So single leg X, back step, reverse knee on belly. Now switch to knee on belly because he's on his side. This is important as to why I switch sides. This is a good still of it. He's on a single hip position. Right now he's on his left hip. Okay, he was turning in to face me. So because he's on that hip, it's going to be hard for me to stabilize on that side. So on his left to my right. So instead of doing all this work to smash and push him through, I always do this. I just switch sides to where there's more vulnerability. And I do it all the time, so I know I'm quicker. It's definitely a risk because they can get half or quarter guard. But I've been there so many times, I understand, what the repercussions could be. And I switch sides, and I'm able to get into a more stabilized position. See, now he can't turn into me as easily because my knee is in a good place. So then we have this hybrid, and he creeps that reverse underhook. It's an unorthodox side control escape. Ryan's really good at it. My friend Ty, who's always on the channel, is really good at it. And it's tough to deal with sometimes. So I'm trying to keep an elbow-knee connection here. I felt like I had a good one, but if you can see, there's like a little gap here. I didn't. And I tried to fall for an armbar, and I wasn't able to get it. Poor finishing mechanics on my part. Can you tell we're exhausted and it's the last roll? So here we are, seated guard, hands in front of feet, not too far forward, not too far back. And this time I pull into a triangle choke. So I think I get a 2-on-1 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2-on-1, I pull, I kick his knee, and I go for the triangle. This is a triangle setup I do all the time, every day. So I felt like I had a pretty good lock on it, but I was trying to create an angle. So if you notice here, the problem with where I'm at is my hips are off to the side of his hips. So our hips are not in line. Typically when you finish the triangle, you want to have your hips in line. And right now my hips are off. So I don't really think I'm going to finish the triangle in this position, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Right there I could tell I wasn't going to finish it. So now I'm trying to underhook to get a better angle. But my hips are high. I'm trying to underhook. I don't have the right knee positioning, so I let go. This is something I do all the time. Like, you need to understand when you're going to be able to finish something and when the sacrifice of energy is going to be worthwhile and when you should just give up. And this was a perfect example of me noticing that my hip positioning was off. I wasn't able to create an angle. I wasn't able to get the squeeze, so I'm better off just letting go into a control position. I'm with an opponent who's larger than I am, and I need to have control and exercise that control throughout the entirety of the roll, because if he closes the distance, and I've been there with Ryan, he's going to pass, and it's going to be a lot tougher for me once he's passed. So I rather use my energy methodically and control the roll as best as I can the whole time. I see a lot of people go light with bigger guys, which is not, it's fine if you guys are friends. But let me tell you something, if they get past, there will be no more going light. You're going to have to go really hard to work to get back to where you were. So you might as well just work hard from the get-go. So again, I'm here in the triangle. I let go and I go straight to a spider guard. So this is a guard I love to do with bigger guys, but Ryan does a good job of pulling me straight back so that I can't really establish a good spider guard. But I'm able to keep controlling his sleeves, let go. He's trying multiple different passes. Everything you're seeing as to why he's not able to get any of these passes is just hand fighting. So look, I'm hand fighting, pushing him away, hand fighting, moving my legs, little things. I'm moving my legs. He's finally able to get a cross pant grip and a sleeve grip. Okay, so if you notice, his right hand is on my right leg, and his left hand is on my right hand. So these grips can be really bad if he turns me. It's like a steering wheel pass. So I noticed right away, and my left hand immediately grabs his right hand. So this is a good still. So you can see all of our grips. I have double sleeve control. He's got my leg and arm. I need to break his grip immediately or I'm going to get my guard pass. Okay? So I break his grip. So I'm able to just extend and break, and it leads right into a triangle. So that's just really just control the sleeves. It's something you have to feel, how tight I'm controlling the sleeves. Now my hips are better in line to finish the triangle. Do you notice? This is a good example of a bad triangle versus a good triangle. I believe I finished something here. I can't remember because this was a few weeks ago. So my hips are directly in between his hips. So even if I don't finish in that position, I can adjust to where if my hips move direction, now I have a better opportunity to adjust into stronger positions. So I'm here, and I'm able to get the arm right away, and he does a good job of tucking it. Okay? So in this position, I switch to like a reverse figure 4 because there's a great finishing variation. So instead of locking my left leg over my right, I lock my right leg over my left. And what I'm trying to do, when people tuck their elbow, I finish tons of triangles this way. I don't get this one on Ryan, but I have my right and left hands on the outside of my knees. I have a reverse figure 4 for the situation, and I'm trying to push his shoulder into his carotid while also squeezing my knees just to get a triangle finish. And this is one of the highest percentage triangle finishes I get when they tuck that arm rather than go for an omoplata. I'm unable to get it, but he brings his arm out because of the threat. So he felt the squeeze, so he postures up and he moves his arm to push me away. So that's another thing that you get from here. So I did the reverse figure 4 triangle attempt. He was definitely getting choked. He tried to posture up and push me away because he felt it. And now it's going to lead me into a traditional triangle, but I think I get an arm bar or something. So I push the arm across. Once again, my hips are off to the side, so I don't think I'm going to get a good triangle. But I'm able to get a good arm bar. So the difference between this triangle and the last was that I started with my hips in a good position, and I was able to work on his arm better and use different threats to get into a triangle armbar position. So now we're just in an open guard position. He's trying to pass my guard. I'm able to solidify the spider guard, get back to a seated position. So I have double sleeve grips. Here I'm looking for X. He does a good job going to his knees. Now I'm going to look to set up a half butterfly sweep. So I get the half butterfly, I get the elbow, and then the timer goes off. And that's it for this one, guys. Guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more rolls, I'm happy to film them. Thanks, guys.